Hi, this is Andy Lee. I've lived in Pelham for about 16 years. I'm trying to put together a little video to express my gratitude for some of the many generous donations that Pelham has provided. I work at New York Presbyterian Queens, which is one of the busiest hospitals in terms of COVID patients right now. Queens is the hardest hit borough, and we're one of the largest hospitals here. Many units have been converted to ICU beds for ventilated patients. I'm actually a vascular surgeon. So anyway, I'm going to try to put together a few clips about how the supplies that you guys are donating to us have been so helpful in day-to-day care of these patients, okay? I just pulled into the parking lot. The first thing I'm going to do is put on a mask. The hospital is now requiring everybody to wear a regular mask, not an N95, when we're in the hospital. The mask I'm wearing now is actually a KN95, which is a non-USA standard. We're not supposed to use them as N95s in the hospital. One of the things that we're burning through is food. This is a bag of snacks that the Canellas were kind enough to donate. I'm going to leave these in the sort of the break room for the staff. So this used to be our surgical conference room. It's now kind of become a break room for the staff, one of our residents. Any food donations that come in, such as this, I'm going to leave here. Someone provided coffee, and I guess those sandwiches are probably from yesterday. PPE is all over the news. Only a month ago, every time I came across that term, I had to look up what it stood for. But obviously, everyone now knows that it stands for personal protective equipment. One of the things that have really been short are N95 masks. The recommendation for their use is single use per patient. Because of the shortage, we've gone to, as most hospitals have, using one and putting a regular mask over it to keep it from getting soiled or contaminated, and using that mask until it's no longer usable. So donations of these from the Pelham Civics are going to come in very handy. As I've mentioned before, these are truly a lifesaver for us. This is a homemade face shield that was given to me by the Civics and Patricia Knickerbocker. Thank you very much. Pink's a good color for me, I think. These I think we're okay with because they can be reused, without really any detrimental effect. Thanks. Another thing that we're critically short of is protective suits. This is a box that was donated by the Knickerbocker family. I'll put one on later and show you what it is, but basically this is what they are, and I'll show you why we need them so badly. I'm about to go into one of the clean areas. This is a rack of gowns. These are supposed to be single use per patient, but the staff has been not only reusing them per patient, but they're just common gowns. So you grab one, wear it, put it back, and then the next person who needs it grabs it again. This was our operating room entrance, but they're doing construction to convert it to ICU beds for more COVID positive patients who need ventilators. I'm getting dressed to go into the actual unit, so I'm put on my N95 mask. Regular mask over. The hood that I'll put on later, and then I'll put on these goggles. Pictures might get blurry from here because I'm going to bag my phone. So I'm back in my office. I didn't want to say anything while I was recording in the patient areas, but you may have noticed a few things. One is that many of the suits, including my gown, have our names written on them. That's so that we can reuse them as often as possible. You may also have noticed some duct tape. That's not the blue lining tape, but some actual duct tape on a couple of the suits. That's because they get snagged and tear relatively easily, and since we don't have the luxury of just getting another one, we're trying to maximize their longevity by just taping over them. So you can see why your donations are so useful and so appreciated by me, the Department of Surgery, and New York Presbyterian. Okay, so once again, the main purpose of this video is to thank the Pelham community, the Pelham Civics, Junior League, Pelham Together, as well as some individual donors. Okay, thank you. Keep it up. Thanks. Bye.